Got him. Got him. Oh, I reckon I know what this is. I reckon I know what this is. Get out of there. It's either going to be the world's biggest scallop or... Oh, the world's biggest scallop. G'day everybody and welcome to another full-scale Fishing Adventures episode. We are out on the Murray River this afternoon. It's still flowing at about 24,000 meg, but I thought I would come out and see if we could catch a few yellows. So I've been to the shop, bought a couple of tubs of worms, also packed the blades to be able to jig with as well. We're going to do some snag hopping, so generally you're going to find your callop or yellows, callop down here in SA around the snags. So we're just going to do snag hopping from one good snag to the next. So let's see if we can find some fish. Found our spot. What I tend to look for in a snag when the flow's still up a bit is if you can pick a fairly wide stretch of river and also a snag that's got a fair amount to it, so like lots of branches and stuff. We actually pulled up on this bit here, which is a root base of a really big log, so just sort of stops the current and gives the fish a bit more room to hide from the current, or at least find your bait or lure. Now, I had a few comments last time I did a bait fishing video about different types of worms, but I'm back with the tiger worm simply because this was all I could get. So I'm going to, in typical fashion, just load as many on the hook as I can. I think everyone likes to do it slightly differently, but for me, I just like to hook them through once or twice, and that makes them wiggle around a lot. There's definitely a few different types of worms that work, but I think the only one that I really probably wouldn't use is garden worms, just because they don't seem to move around as much. So I'm going to start with that amount, which is probably, I reckon, 7 or 8 worms. Now, I'm going to pick a spot, like we've got the current coming down this way, and I think I'm just going to try and drift it down. I've only got a pea-sized sinker, and I've always sort of found if you have to use anything more than a pea-sized sinker, you're probably fishing in an area that's got too much current. So I'm going to try and drop it so that it drifts down into the end of this root base here, and that way hopefully we can get in front of a yellow's mouth as the ski boat creates a bit of waveage. So it doesn't matter whether I'm jigging with blades or bait fishing. I think the best all-round setup for this style of river fishing is a 7-foot 3 to 6 kilo rod, 3000 size reel, and I've got 10-pound braid and a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, and that's the same for both my blade setup and then also my bait setup. And the trick that I've always found with this is that get your bait down to the bottom, and once you're down on the bottom, make sure you're in touch with it, and you can just gently lift it up and down off the bottom. And I think that just creates a little bit of noise, a little bit of movement, and the fish seem to find it a bit better. Oh, it absolutely smashed that. My guess would be that is a yellow. The way that he hit it. Oh man, did that absolutely drill it. A whopping big yellow. First drop. So cool. And I have not got the net ready. Come here. Whoa. That is a tank. Wowzers, that is what we came to catch. A whopping big yellow. Well, I know it was a little bit pricey to buy a tub of worms, but when that's the first drop with the first bait, so worth it. Awesome fish. So stoked, so chunky. Your lucky day. Oh, so sick. Such a nice fish. Keep going. Oh, got him. Got him. It's going to be another yellow, I reckon. Oh, he's fighting good. Oh, he's fighting really good. Nope, we got a carp. That's all just part of it, really. Catching carps. Come here. Good thing about that is that you can collect some yabby bait while you're at it. Now, if I'm careful about this, I might get my worms back. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to move spots, and a bit of a tip, don't just leave your worms to dry out in the sun. If you put them back in the tub and just close the lid, they'll be ready for the next spot. Usually I'll give it like 10 minutes. We got that fish early and then we've had a few carp, so we'll go and find another one. There is plenty to do. Got him. I don't know what we've got, but that is fighting really hard. Oh, massive yellow. That is cool. Oh, it's worth moving spots. Look at him, he is a donkey. Whoa, yeah, that's a whopper. That's an absolute whopper. That is sick. Worth moving spots. Have a look at that for a big river yellow on a bunch of worms. So stoked. First drop in that new snag, just come up with a whopper. Sick. You can tell big full belly on that one. It's definitely a breeder. Well, that was very, very cool. Actually just got this big log running out here and I'm just dropping my bait down on the top side of it. Just making sure I'm on the bottom. Get it on the bottom. See, that's just dropped down a little bit again there. And then just those small jigs, which I think really helps too because you keep in contact with it and it's making that noise, which is easier for the fish to find. That was sick. That was a whopper. Oh, another one. Oh, carp. It's funny, both times the yellow has got to the bait first and then the carp have moved in. So I think I'll give it another drop, and if we catch another carp, oh, we might just find another snag. Are you right there, dude? Are you just going to destroy all my worms? Thank you. Alright, well, we've had one big yellow and then the carp have moved in on those snags. So I'm just going to keep on moving, keep on snag hopping, and hopefully the yellows get to those worms first before those carp do. It's getting a bit windy. Got him. What have we got? Silver perch. Beauty. That's cool as. Although protected, very cool to catch. Come up here, buddy. Beautiful native. How cool are these things? Alright. Yeah. Just settle. Quickly get the hook out of you. And that's a good thing about being in contact with your bait, is that you never gut hook fish, or very, very rarely. Let's have a quick look. Beautiful silver perch. Check that guy out. So sick. He gone. Oh, that was a big yellow. That was 100% a big yellow. Just the way that it whacked it. There's no mistaking that. Let's see if he's going to come back. Such a different bite. That's a carp, I reckon. Oh no, it's a silver perch. What is wrong? It's definitely a big yellow before though. Ooh, that's a nice fish. That's a beautiful fish. So sick. Alright, just be gentle and quick with you, buddy. And get you back in. Oh, just hang on. Just have a quick look. Beautiful silver. How cool's that? Alright, I'm going to rebait. I reckon I've got one bait left out of this tub. Well, both the tubs. It's been pretty good though. 2 whopping big yellows. I've caught more carp than I care to imagine. And a couple of nice silvers. A good afternoon out. Got him. Oh, I reckon I know what this is. Get out of there. It's either going to be the world's biggest scallop or... Oh, the world's biggest scallop. I was going to call it for a big carp, but it's a whopping big yellow. Oh, well that is what you want to get with the last bait of the day. Oh yeah. That is a tank of a thing. Oh yeah, that is an absolute hey whopper. Absolute whopper. Oh, check that out. Last bait of the day, and this absolute whopper of a golden just smashed it. So cool, so stoked. All right, we'll get you back. He's gone. So sick. Well, that was super cool. Got 3 big yellows, 2 nice silvers, so many carp with our 2 pots of worm. I think the plan is now I'm just going to jig a few snags on the way back and see what we can get. All right, so without a doubt, the best lure I've ever jigged with is the TT 1/4 ounce Switchblade. I used to use vibes. I thought the rattle made a heap of difference, but a little blade like this has so much more vibration for a smaller amount of movement of the rod. So if you're fishing in areas that have got a lot of current, the water's not super clear, having that extra vibration is so much better than actually having a rattle itself. So you can move it with short, sharp lifts, creates heaps of noise down there, and the yellows really seem to hone in on it. Just jig a few on the way back and we'll see how we go. Oh, that come off. Felt like a really nice one. Right at the back of that root base. Ripped a heap of drag too. It's always a solution, just tighten your drag up even more. Got in. Oh, that's a really nice one. Come on, be a big yellow, don't be a carp. It's fighting really good. Oh, yeah, that's a really nice fish. Oh, whoa. And get the net. Oh, sick. Come on up. Go the blade. That's a really nice fish. Oh, what a chunk that is. Oh, yes. Oh, check that out. Switchblade, getting it done. That is one chunky callum. Yellow, wherever you like to, whatever you like to call them, wherever you come from. Beautiful fish. Aye. Oh, that was cool. Well, what an awesome arvo on the river. Smacked a heap of good ones on bait. Really stoked to finish off with a big one on a blade. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give us a like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you all next time.